this show right here, brother. Hey, because if it would have been taken, I would have been hitting you up. Hey, come on to the show, man. Bitcoin ain't acting right now, but everything's good. Welcome, brothers, to another show. I got my bro here, Bitcoin Bobby of Crypto Bros, in the building to tell us about what's going on with this Bitcoin right now in 2020, man. I don't know if you guys have known. I know some of you guys already have Bitcoin, but it's shot through the roof the last, month, 2-3 months? It's been shooting through the roof.
Mm-hmm. We're in price discovery mode. We're in price discovery mode, and we're at the point where we're crushing all-time highs. And now almost the sky's the limit. You know, some analysts saying the next barrier might be 28,000, but we really don't know because, again, we're in price discovery mode. To me, it doesn't matter until it hits 50K. I'm not even concerned about it until it gets to 50K. And I believe it's going to hit 50K probably around March or April, in my estimated opinion.
So wait a minute, brother. You saying one Bitcoin is going to be worth $50,000?
Yes, that's correct. That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Next year.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. I mean, you've been right so far. Shit.
And like I said, it's not me gloating, anything like that. It's just, again, me doing the education, the research. I mean, it's people that dabble in this space, but then there's people that are in this space, and I'm in this space. So I'm up on the news. I'm up on all the information. I've come more from a fundamental analysis instead of a technical analysis, because it's kind of hard to do technical analysis at times because the space is not that large. I mean, Bitcoin's on like a $300 and something million market cap. I think right now it's at $400 something million market cap. So it's still a small space. But again, man, I'm in this. I've been doing my research, so I know. It's like I said, just like rest in peace to my man Kobe. He knows how good he is, but he put in the work to know how good he is, so he can be ready for these type of situations. I'm ready for this.
Okay, and is the valuation going so high because all these companies like PayPal are investing into Bitcoin, or they're buying Bitcoin, and just why it's being raised up so high?
That's one of the reasons. Let me give you some numbers. Let me get some information. Okay. All right. What has happened? Well, first is happening. There's a supply shock. The supply shock I tell you about is the halving. Okay. The halving coupled with the demand shock of what's going on in Bitcoin. Then the X factor that happened this year is the I don't want to say this on YouTube because I don't want you to get demonetized, but you have the bear bug. And the bear bug has forced the federal government to print a lot of money. I mean, I think it's almost like $6 trillion that's been printed this year. And then you have another 2 to 3 trillion that's printed next year. So the value of the dollar is getting coming down. So the purchasing power of the dollar is coming down. And people are just looking for a hedge to be able to secure and store their value, store their money. You know what I'm saying? And that's really all it is. And people are looking past gold. They're looking to something more digital, which is Bitcoin. So personally, I don't see Bitcoin as going to be an everyday monetary transaction. It's going to be more of a store of value transaction like gold.
Okay. Very interesting. That's very interesting.
So really, Bitcoin's only competitor is gold. And the information that I've been hearing that's been coming out over the last couple of days of all these investment firms, hedge firms, pension funds, they're going to be getting into the Bitcoin over the next first half of 2021.
Okay. And is the U.S. government? I know other foreign governments are getting involved in Bitcoin. What's the U.S. government status on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies right now that you know of?
It's up in the air because they're slow at dragging their feet. I mean, they've been slow at dragging their feet for like almost 2 to 3 years since this thing been really popping off. So, I guess finding a way to kind of regulate it, in a way so it can be quote unquote safe and user friendly for a lot of retail people. So the legislation is just slowly coming out, and I haven't heard anything about it over the last couple of months. But I mean, I feel like it's going to happen, but they're just slow at dragging their feet. That's all.
Okay. And say brothers had an investment portfolio or whatnot, right? You got some got real estate, some got stocks. What percentage would you suggest for them to invest in Bitcoin? 20%, 30%?
I mean, it's really up to what you're willing to. What's the old saying? Is invest only what you're willing to afford to lose. You got a lot of investment funds. I want to say what was that investment fund I heard about? Was it Guggenheim Investments? They recently came out a couple of days ago, said they're going to invest $500 million into crypto, into Bitcoin itself. And they evaluate Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is 20,000, 23,000 right now, they see Bitcoin getting to as high as $400,000, man. So that's their experts evaluating Bitcoin in the future. So this is called Guggenheim Investments. Okay. I think another investment advisory firm said they're going to move 1% of their $5 trillion assets into Bitcoin and Ethereum in the next year. So you have these huge investment firms getting in. The smart money is getting in. The thing with us, what we have to take advantage of is we got to get in before they get in. And I've been saying, that's why I've been saying this for years. We really have the first time to front run these big firms. Usually it's the big firms that get in and make all the money, and then we come in late. We have the first time to front run this stuff and make money on the front end instead of on the back end. That's why it's very important to get in now.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Now, does China have their own Bitcoin or something like that? Is that something?
China's, like I said, China's a communist country. I think they're working to create their own digital currency. It's not own Bitcoin. They want to create their own digital dollar. And like I said, we talked about it before. Like they want to do that so they can probably be able to control or track their citizens' payments and stuff like that. So you know how they're a communist country. I'm not gonna get into that. That's too political. But they're looking to have their own digital dollar.
I got my brother, Mr. Flip Flop Greg, up in the building. He said, I didn't believe in Bitcoin 12 years ago. I was wrong. Greg, I was wrong as well. Okay. Oh, man. Mr. Flip Flop in the building. Nicholas Foster asked, what's the procedure for buying Bitcoin? What's the simplest way to buy Bitcoin, brother?
The simplest way, simplest way, and you don't like this way because of Coinbase, but Coinbase is the simplest way because it's a on-ramp fiat for U.S. customers. If you're in the U.S., it's the best. It's one of probably the easiest on-ramp to use to buy Bitcoin. You know, you just gotta set up your bank account to it. Make sure you have your ID. They're gonna verify you through know your own customers. So it can be, known that, who you are. And really Coinbase is kind of over the last couple of months, Coinbase has been tied to like the federal government so they can track what are you doing with your taxes also. But they're just trying to do that. They're just trying to do that so they can be more regulated in a way. So there's nothing, mischievous going on.
Yeah, Coinbase got a lot of them fees too, though, brother. That's
matter of fact. I want to say one of the former heads of Coinbase, he actually works in the I want to say either the Treasury or the Comptroller's Office of the Feds. It's one of those two. So he actually used to work for Coinbase, and now he actually works for the Feds itself, the U.S. government itself.
Okay. So you were mentioning to me that on Coinbase, there is a way to kind of alleviate the fees a little bit.
They have a secondary platform called Coinbase Pro. And Coinbase Pro is like a watered down version of Coinbase. The fees is not as high. The transaction fees is not as high, but again, you still got that regulatory body. So I want to say if you already set up a Coinbase, you can automatically have your information transferred over to Coinbase Pro. Another onboarding ramp for U.S. customers is called Binance USA. Now, Binance itself is the biggest crypto exchange in the world, but it has like all the cryptos. So to become more regulated, to have that U.S. market, they watered down everything and made it a different exchange called Binance USA. You're not gonna have as many cryptos, but it's an on-ramp fiat for people to use that are U.S. customers that's more regulated.
Okay. Nicholas Foster asked, if you're not in America, can you still use Coinbase? You can, but
I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe so.
Well, that's what I've been going through. That's why I've been so frustrated with Coinbase, because I'm out here in Medellin, Colombia right now. And because I'm overseas, I had to send them an email, let them know, hey, I'm overseas. And I had to register, I had to buy an American number as well, because they won't send the verification code to a Colombian phone number. So I had to buy, I think it was called Ding app or something. You can buy any number you want. You can buy an American number. Now I'm good to go, but it still takes 72 hours to verify everything because I'm overseas, because it can tell by the location of my phone.
Well, there's other exchanges. There's other exchanges like Kraken and KuCoin, and these are not American exchanges. These are like not. These are exchanges that are worldwide exchanges that you can get on. But I don't know if they have a good on-ramp fiat. I haven't used it for on-ramp fiat because my only on-ramp fiat is Coinbase and Binance USA. So those are the only ones that are attached to my bank account. As far as these other ones like Kraken, KuCoin, those are good exchanges to get other tokens if you want to get the tokens or the cryptos. But I don't have no credit cards and stuff linked to that.
Okay, the GOAT says, do you have to buy $1 off Hop or can you buy shares? I'm not sure what that means. You understand what that means?
I guess he's trying to say because Coinbase is not Coinbase, because Bitcoin is like over 20,000, you have to buy a whole Bitcoin of it. No, you don't. And in the crypto space, we don't call them shares, we call them Satoshis.
Satoshis, I was reading that today.
You buy Satoshis of a Bitcoin or even of a crypto. So you don't have to even own a whole Bitcoin. You can own like 5% of a Bitcoin, 0.05 of a Bitcoin. You can own, I think the Satoshis go all the way down to like almost 100 or something like that. So you can own small fractions of it and they call Satoshis.
Okay. Now, is that true to all cryptocurrency or?
Mostly, yes. Yes.
Okay. So Ethereum is the same rules. Same
thing. You don't have to buy a whole Ethereum. You can buy half of Ethereum, third of Ethereum. Same thing, man.
Howard Cooper, appreciate the super chat, brother. $10. He says, "Hey, what's up, fellas? What's going on, brother?"
Man? Appreciate it, Howard. Appreciate it, man.
We just trying to put money in brothers' pockets, man, with good investments. That's what we try to do over here.
Let me first off, thank you for putting me on this platform. Got to give you props, man. I always got to pay homage to guys like you doing what you're doing in your space, man. With Eli, with the credit stuff, Brandjor, my man Dale on yesterday. Man, we're trying to help and educate brothers to take it to the next level with their finances so they can do things like travel and be financially free. So all these different platforms that you're bringing on for everyone to get educated, that is so important, man. We need more brothers like you in this space to keep everything moving forward, man. Shout out. Got to show you love for that.
Yeah, man. We spread the wealth around here. If you own, I'm on, everybody on. Then when somebody falls, I don't pick the guy back up. Exactly. We on our Dame Dash stuff over here, man. So
yes, sir.
I had a good conversation with Cardell yesterday about real estate in the Dominican Republic, about brothers going in as an investment group to purchase these properties. Because I was telling him while I was in Brazil, I'm looking at 10 Japanese guys in their early 30s buying a whole building in Copacabana. And I'm sitting here in my head like, damn, why can't brothers do that? Why can't brothers put their resources together? We got to learn how to build each other trust and work with each other. And the good thing about traveling black men is traveling black men 9 times out of 10 have our stuff together, number one. And we just have a different mentality. We have that explorer, liberated mentality to where we're not afraid to explore the world and look at different opportunities that, awards is all over the world. Because the one thing that we got, two things that we got is that American dollar, right? With that beautiful exchange rate.
Yes.
We can tap into the American credit system.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think you have one of the programs that has the expertise in credit. You know what I'm saying? How to get business credit. Because I have an actual business and I want to learn how to get business credit for my business itself. And shout out to Dale, man, because the first couple of times I went to DR, I actually went with Dale. You know what I'm saying? Me and him. Yeah. Me and him had a live fun time when I went to DR a couple of years ago.
Yeah, man, because I always thought you was in Colombia for some reason. I didn't even know you was in DR like that.
Oh, yeah, that's honestly, it started with DR and then it moved to Colombia. But DR was the beginning, man.
Hey, this dude, Fred Fields, I got to read this comment. He says, flip-flop, I was telling you to accept Bitcoin at your restaurant and try to turn Sasua into a crypto destination instead of just tripping off the mangoes. Hey, you know what, though? That's not a bad idea, though, man. I'm telling you, that's not a bad idea to accept crypto.
Well, it's gonna be coming. Give it a couple more years. It's gonna be coming. Trust me. Everyone's gonna be accepting crypto in a few years. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be happening.
Here we go with Mufasa Shabazz. I already calling my boy Kev out. He said, "Where's your boy that said it was a double top and it was going to crash?" Kev he's just the type of guy that wants to see all. Like, he doesn't believe in get rich quick type of situations. Really, it takes some time, work. So because he has crypto. He's not saying it's a bad investment. He's just saying that he feels like it's too good to be true and something could possibly happen because it doesn't have the backing of the most powerful government in the world. So that's what he said.
And again, if you do your research and know why it was invented in the first place, it wasn't invented to overthrow the government. It was invented because of the corruption that can happen with the value of the dollar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And with Kev, I respect him all the way. You know what I'm saying? I just don't agree with his opinion. And I feel like we're going to collaborate down the line because we're fellas, we're men. We can talk collab. You know what I'm saying? But when he says he doesn't like Bitcoin, from the last YouTube, what he was saying about how it's going to take over the world and this and that, I know what he's talking about because there's a lot of people within the crypto community that are called Bitcoin maximalists, you know. And and these people, it's a select few, and these people, they're hardcore Bitcoin only type of people where, you know, Bitcoin's going to take over the world, it's going to bring down the banks, it's going to destroy the whole financial system, it's going to reset everything. And those type of people, they don't respect the technology of blockchain. It's like crypto or nothing else. So if I mention something about Ethereum, which is apples to oranges compared to Bitcoin, and does different things and solve different problems within the blockchain community, they don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So I hate those type of people. I dislike those type of people, the Bitcoin maximists, because they'll be like, oh, it's only about Bitcoin, it's all about Bitcoin. Well, you can make your money in other altcoins or other, you know what I'm saying, other crypto projects that can do different things that can, you know, solve different problems within the world, but they don't want to hear that. So
okay, now you made a good point about other cryptos. Now, is other cryptos entering the market, is that an issue for the main players like Bitcoin and Ethereum?
No, it's not an issue at all. Because again, you have different cryptos out there that solves different problems, whether within the space of blockchain or even without the space. For instance, you have this crypto called VeChain, and VeChain is a good long-term crypto asset to have. What they're trying to do is utilize the blockchain to be able to track and authenticate supplies and authenticate goods and services, authenticate things like if you're getting goods from China and it's on a blockchain, or as well as sneakers, shoes, any type of goods and services, it can be tracked via blockchain, and VeChain will do that with their personal their selective blockchain. So you have different cryptos that can solve different problems within the space.
Okay. So, like, what's to stop somebody like a Whole Foods for coming up with their own crypto and saying you can only use Whole Foods market crypto? What's to stop that?
I mean, it depends. It's kind of like what happened to Facebook. I don't know if you heard what happened to Facebook a couple of years ago. They wanted to come up with their own crypto, and I hate to be like the fortune teller guy, and I saw this happening 2 fucking years ago. If you go on my Facebook page, I've been saying this 2 years ago when Facebook eliminated all crypto posts or crypto information or crypto advertisement on their post, and then a year later they was getting into crypto because they wanted to make their own crypto coin. And it was getting together with these banks and different companies like PayPal. They got into it, and they was going to have their own Libra coin. And then because Facebook has almost 60 million, I think 6 billion. I got to check the numbers of how many people are logged into Facebook, and then to create their own digital currency or digital coin, that's going to destroy all markets. So then the feds came in and was like, yo, whoa, what are you doing here? We're shutting this shit down. And they put a halt on Facebook having their own crypto, which is called Libra. Now, I think over recent weeks, they're kind of rebranding it to a different name. I forgot what it was. It started with a D, but like you're going to have feds that's come in and say, oh, you might want your own crypto, but how is it going to be done? You know what I'm saying? It got to be regulated. What's what? You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have the feds come in. With Bitcoin, you can't be regulated. It's decentralized. There's no central authority on it. It's a network of computers. With Facebook coin, it's going to be centralized. So that's what you have. So if something like Whole Foods, to answer your question, if Whole Foods came in with their own crypto, how will it be utilized? You know what I'm saying? You know, is it just going to be for their space? It's going to be other things. You don't want anything competing with the US dollar per se.
Okay. And don't some grocery stores already accept Bitcoin? Like what major retailers accept Bitcoin right now?
I want to say I read an article that said Walmart accepts it. I knew Walmart accepted it. I want to say Alibaba accepts it. They're like the China version of Amazon. It was a couple of other ones that I looked at over the last couple of years that was accepting it. I mean, it was something stock. Was it StockX? Not StockX. It was a couple of other retailers that was accepting it, but it's not, like I said, it's not mainstream yet. And at this point, until it really stabilizes, it's still volatile. At this point, until it stabilizes because it's volatile, you're not gonna have many big retailers accepting it all the way. When it gets at a stabilizing price, then you'll have more people accepting it on a day-to-day basis.
Hey, brother Fred Fell says Black Man Travels can create his own crypto. Nothing stopping you. We're gonna have a Black Man Travels crypto. We're gonna try to utilize it. We're gonna try to pay the mangoes in Sasua with some Black Man Travels crypto.
And I think a couple of years ago, I heard Airbnb was accepting crypto too. But I mean, I hear those things, but to where it's point where it's going to be implemented on a day-to-day basis, we'll see.
Really, Venezuela use Bitcoin. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's good news. That's true. In Venezuela, I think the CEO of the Pizza Hut is now accepting cryptocurrency, so that is true.
Okay.
It's so much news out there, man. It's hard to keep up with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I was looking at Bitcoin. Hold on, I'm talking about Mike back. There we go. Fred says Bitcoin was shooting up so fast last night. It was hitting 300 to 500 an hour, 4K like in 2 hours, around 11 p.m. last night.
Yeah, I was up till 4 a.m. So I looked at my phone. I was like, whoa, 23,000. Wow.
Bro,
so,
I was looking at the same thing. Remember, I was telling you that I was reluctant, right? So I had bought some Bitcoin, just a little bit, at 19,000. I'm like, man, let me just buy a little something. I don't care about no damn Bitcoin. And then from 19 to 23, and like the span of what? Since Monday, right? Three days. 3 days is going up almost $4,000.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and people, I try to get people not to look at it from a stock standpoint. Look at it from a store value gold standpoint. Appreciate it like gold. When you buy it, you want to buy it and have it for years, because that's what a lot of these smart money investment firms are doing. They're buying it to store it, to hold it, to keep it. I mean, MicroStrategy just said they just raised $650 million in investment money to buy more crypto. You know what I'm saying? So you have all these investment firms diversifying their assets and buying it up of millions and even into billions. So, and they're keeping it to stock and hold it because they understand the value of it. The value of it is that it's a scarce asset. Where gold, you can always mine for gold. Bitcoin, it's only going to be so much. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to be 21,000 ever, or 21 million ever. And 3 million is already lost from back in the days. So it's only so much you can get. So get as much as you can now and just hold it and store it. I mean, this is why I'm telling people that it's going to go to $1 million in the next 5 to 10 years. Facts. It's going to $1 million in 5 to 10 years. So if you just own 10% of a Bitcoin, that's six figures right there you have. This is why I don't need a 401k, because I own Bitcoin. Okay.
Okay. And now some brothers might be coming into it like, okay, Bitcoin is too high for me to get in. What's a second crypto that brothers can get in and take advantage of?
Ethereum. If I was to advise someone, which I'm not a financial advisor, I would tell them to buy some Ethereum, get more secure. Especially if you're a newbie, you know what I'm saying? Get more secure, better assets like Ethereum, maybe XRP, Chainlink, VeChain, ADA. And I say Ethereum because right now Ethereum's trading at 650. I can see Ethereum possibly going to maybe even 20,000 in the next year. And people think like, wow, where you get these numbers from? But I've seen it. I've seen this scenario play out with the trillions of dollars that's going to come into this market in the next year. So I would tell them to get Ethereum, and if it goes up 20,000, that's almost like a 30x right there. And what I would tell them to do is to get something like Ethereum or even get something like ADA. And if you be able to 100x your money, cash out of that and then put it back into Bitcoin, because you want something secure. Like Bitcoin is the most secure asset to have. So if you're getting your profits, put it back into Bitcoin and hold it in Bitcoin, because it's going to be a store value asset. Okay,
so give me the top 3 I should invest in. Let's say if I got $10,000. What percentage should I put in Bitcoin? What's the percentage I put in Ethereum? And what's the third one I should put into?
I would say if you're top 3, I would definitely say 10 grand, 30% Bitcoin, 30% Ethereum, and then that puts it at 6 grand. So you got 4 grand to mess with. 4 grand to mess with. That I would say do $1,000 in Chainlink, $1,000 in it's a lot of good ones, man. I like Theta, I like ADA, I like VeChain, I like Unibright, and the thing is, and I want to give you solid picks, but I'm more of a risk taker because I'm more of a risk taker. I can see where when you go on a lower end of the market cap and get these low cap gems, these mid to low cap gems, and you put $1,000 into it, you can be pulling out $500K or $1 million off your investment, okay? And that's if off of $1,000 best, you can possibly be pulling out $1 million on these low cap gems. So it's really the ones that when you go beyond 100 and you get to the lower ones based on their market cap, where it has more growth and it can explode. So even though you're getting like a 20 to 30x in Ethereum, I could be getting like 100x in something like Unibright or 200x in Unibright. And the next
UBT is Unibright?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got a partnership with one of the biggest companies in the world, Coca-Cola.
Unibright does.
Yes. And I've been on Unibright since springtime. I've been on Unibright since last April.
And how much are they right now?
About 50 cents, I want to say.
Oh, so it's 50 cents.
50 cents.
And what is it called? Not a share, but what is it called again? Satoshi?
Satoshi's 50 cents. And I believe the market cap is still under 100 million. And I can see this market. I can see it going to $50 in the next year. So that's already 100x right there, based on the token analytics that I do.
Okay. So you think diversifying with the other cryptos is better than just putting 10,000 towards half a Bitcoin, or a little bit investment? If
you're a Bitcoin maximus, you're going to say no. But
right.
If you're someone like me and you want to get a higher return on your investment, you go with a lot of other cryptos. The thing with Bitcoin is the sea that rises all crypto. So everything is indirectly tied to Bitcoin's success. When Bitcoin is successful, everything's successful. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, once you get your gains in these other cryptos and get your gains, you move it back into Bitcoin as a secure asset. Okay.
And what's the safest way to store your Bitcoin? Is it safer to keep it on the exchanges, or is it safer to keep it on the
Never, because exchanges can be hacked. One of the big in 2013 at the time, I think the only exchange at the time was Mt. Gox, and they had crypto, and it was the one crypto, it was the one Bitcoin exchange they had at the time, 2013, that was hacked. So almost anyone that had Bitcoin back in those days got lost all their Bitcoins. I would never advise someone to keep it on the exchange unless you're like a day trader. Then you might want to do that. We want to do your day-to-day trades and stuff, but keep it off the exchanges, man.
Okay, so the Nano wallet then.
Nano wallet. It's tons of Trezor wallet. There's tons of different ones out there.
And what would you suggest for brothers that's traveling overseas? Like I'm in Colombia right now. Can I order a Nano wallet, or how would I go about that?
I
don't think Amazon comes out here, but I'm not sure.
That's a good question. Unless you can get someone in the States to buy it in the States for you and have it mailed to you, man. And even then, I wouldn't even trust it all the way. So that's a good question, man. I haven't thought about that because I don't know how they ship overseas and stuff like that.
Okay. We got Fred Fails to say 80% Bitcoin, 15% Ethereum, 5% rest of alt. So I guess
and I have no problem with that at all, because like I said, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? This is your money, your financial decisions. You can invest as much as you want to. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand that because, like I said, Bitcoin is the most secure asset. You want to have majority of your money tied to Bitcoin. However, if you want more returns on your money, then you can put it into alts. But it's more about alts are more speculative. You know what I'm saying? They can go to zero. You don't know, they got not finished the project. They're more risky. That's why I would say take a small percentage and put it into those alts.
And what do you think about Akon's cryptocurrency? You think that's going to work?
Akon, I think it's going to work because he has a lot of backing, but also it's more towards uplifting his community, uplifting parts of Africa to get them, because with the blockchain technology, it can do so much to help out the community itself. So it's not just having it as a coin to transact, it's other things that the technology can do. And I had to do some more research on it. And I've been following Akon for like the last 2 or 3 years, and it's having this Akon City. I think it's Akon City supposed to be directly tied to this A coin itself. So yeah, I got to do some more research on that, to be honest with you.
Okay. Now, I believe the country that Akon is in, or he's building his city, is technically under the French, if you know what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. They say they've been liberated and free, but we all know that Europe pretty much, runs the financing in a lot of these African countries. Do you feel like, are you anticipating any problems if African countries try to adapt their own crypto? Because I hate to take it there, but you know how them folks is.
When it always comes to change, people are so susceptible to change. So I do think that something will arise. People don't take change easily. And then when you talk about Black people coming to power and having their own crypto and empowering themselves, people don't want to see that, man. They want to keep you down. So I can see it be some trouble at times. You know what I'm saying? Without struggle, there's no progress. Frederick Douglass said that. So it's going to be a long road ahead. But the thing about blockchain and crypto, it's going to be changing the world in the next 5 to 10 years. So it's basically you're going to get on board or don't get on at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay, maybe you can explain what Fred Fells is telling me. He says just cold storage it in Coinbase till you get your cold wallet.
Coinbase offers a storage. They offer I never used it, but they offer a storage portion of where you can, whenever you cash out, you can move everything to your wallet, but then you can move everything like a cold storage to like a hot storage of your wallet. So it's like another I guess storage device through their platform that you can hold. So that gives you another option until you can move it to a cold wallet. You know what I'm saying? But you can have there's something called a hot wallet. Where you can move your cryptos into a hot wallet, and that's like an online wallet. It's not a cold wallet, but it's still online. Like my Ether wallet or MetaMask, these are called hot wallets where I store my ETH at when I want to make moves. But you only have your private keys. As long as you still have your private keys, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? No one can affect or get to or technically can get to your cryptos.
And at what point, brother, or what year was it when you decided, hey, I believe in this crypto? Did you get some information, or you just was just like, it can't be stopped?
It started about 3 years ago around this time, to be honest with you. I started learning about it through slowly learning about it through a network of online marketers, you say. And first that intrigued me was like how much money people was making. Like, it rose this high. So that's intrigued me. Like, okay, I might look into investing in something like this, because that's when the time I wanted to start investing and improving myself. And in learning it, I got along with this mentor, quote unquote, and now I'm way ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? I'm way ahead of him. But he taught me like the basics of it, what it was. And that was a learning experience. It's a big learning curve. And even when the down market came, and I was still investing, the most important thing is I was still learning. I was still educating myself, even on the down market, because a lot of people that jumped in around that time and FOMO'd in late 2017 and the market came down and retraced, they lost a lot of money. And they was like, I'm not fucking with that no more. I'm not messing with that no more. I lost my money. Me, I saw the future of it. I saw the promise of it. Like I said, just through reading and doing my research. And I realized the importance of what it can do with blockchain technology. So I stayed educating myself, stayed investing, and knowing that, looking at it as a long-term investor, knowing that if I keep investing, keep learning, that it's going to turn around, it's going to be profit for me. Honestly, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm probably going to be a millionaire by my next year, and I'm going to be retired before I'm 40 years old. And that's real. That's real. And it's not many people that can say that. It's not people that I know that are millionaires. I know people that make 6 figures a year. But I don't know no one that's a millionaire personally. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm going to be.
Oh, yeah. So you've been investing in crypto for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you another big question, brother. Do you think it's possible for African Americans, Black people in America, to create their own crypto and exchange it with each other, almost like a Black Wall Street with other Black-owned businesses?
Man, oh man, that's a good question, and I can see that happening because just today I was looking online and it was an online program called by Ivan on Tech, and he has this blockchain school that you can go to and pay online, which I think was like $1,400, and he slashed it down to like $700. But you learn the basics of blockchain technology, Web 3.0, Web 2.0, and all this intricacies dealing with Bitcoin, dealing with EOS. Where you can create your own coin market cap, you can create your own crypto, your own crypto kitties, all these things within the space you can learn and create on your own, even create your own crypto, as you were saying. That's definitely possible in the future. So I don't see no limit to not do that, as long as you be able to learn and educate yourself on blockchain technology, which is going to be a demanding field in the next 5 to 10 years.
So you think it's possible?
Oh yes, definitely possible. Definitely possible.
Now, do you think would it be any outside interference by the American government? Can they stop this Bitcoin?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we have history that shows how the American government can oppress, the Black community when they try to rise up to do things for themselves, i.e. the Black Panther Party. And like I said, I'm not trying to get too political, but when you're talking about disrupting the financial system and, doing things on your own, they don't want to hear that, man. They still want control. So they still want to have everything based value through their system. You know what I'm saying?
All right. The brother Tay International says, if this is your first year in crypto, you should just buy and hold for the next 3 years before you think about selling. Thinking short term equals working a job forever. So he's just saying you should just buy and hold the crypto. What do you think about that?
Yes and no. And that goes back to my education of learning the cycles in crypto, because you don't want to hold forever. You want to be able to cash out and get those gains and get those profits. You know what I'm saying? Because the market comes in cycles. And I went over this on my last live stream with us. The market comes in cycles. So we're in a bull cycle right now, which is probably going to last another year. And a lot of these cryptos are going to peak. And you want to be able to cash out around that peak, because a lot of times, the last couple of times, the market retraced 80%. So if you're buying Bitcoin, again, like a lot of people did at 17,000, 18,000, 19,000, and then you hold it, the market retraced, it's going down to 3,000. And some people can't handle that. Me, I can, you know what I'm saying? But some people can't handle those 80% correction retracements. So it's not just about holding for 3 to 4 years. It's more when the cycles come to get in, get your profits and get out, and then go back in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And let me touch on that, because the last time I said that, the last few times after the halving, the market retraced about 80% on both the times after the halving. Now this time around, I don't know that, because you have a lot of X factors that might play a role in the market being able to retrace. Now I believe Bitcoin's going to probably top over 200,000, maybe around 225,000 by next year, and then I believe it's going to be a year-long market retracement. However, with all these big investment firms getting in, it might stabilize it to, it won't be a 80% correction. It might just be a 50% correction or 40% correction. Because if you got these big investment firms buying in, they're going to buy in and not sell. They're going to buy and hold. They're going to buy and store. So they're not coming back to the market to sell their cryptos. They're going to keep their cryptos for like the next 10 years. So it might not be a big retracement in crypto or in Bitcoin like it was the previous years, where it was just retail investors.
Okay. Interesting. The brother Fred Fell says, I was in Sasua in March and saw COVID hit and the crypto markets dropped. I was all in Bitcoin because I was trying to get a lot of before the halving in May. I'm gonna ask you about what is halving too, brother. Now okay. I'm a multi-whole corner just in 9 months. Wow.
Shout out Fred, man. You did the smart thing, and that's what I was trying to tell a lot of people during that time. Yo, get in now. I mean, a lot of people at that time was buying into the stock market, which is cool. You're a stock person, I understand. I saw crypto. I was just looking at like, oh my gosh, it's at 4 or 5K. I got to get in. So I took a lot of my money. I took a lot of my profits from my business and moved it into crypto. I mean, I was buying crypto up because I knew that in a year from now, the return on crypto will be so much more than return on the profits of my business. So, and what he's talking about the halving is the halving happens every about 4 years, where the supply of Bitcoin gets cut in half. And I mentioned this before. The supply of Bitcoin gets cut in half. So there's a supply shock to where the output of Bitcoin doesn't happen. And with that, the price increases. So I don't see Bitcoin ever going below probably 10,000 ever again. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, it can go to zero. Well, it hasn't went to zero. It's 10 years in, and it hasn't even went back down to 500. It hasn't even went back down to 300. It won't. It's a deflating asset that's going to keep going up and keep going up and keep going up.
So wait a minute. So what does halving mean then?
Well, it's basically when the supply. So every block supply. Whenever a block is produced, there's a number of Bitcoin that's sent to the miners. And in the beginning, it was like 50. And then after 4 years, it got cut in half to 25. And then after the next halving, it got cut down to 12.5, I want to say. And then now is, I think, the output of every 10 minutes is a new block. And that new block is like there's output of Bitcoin that goes to the miners. Now, and because of that, the supply gets cut in half because of the halving. It's in the code of what the creator did. So because that the supply, let me say that the price of it goes up because the supply is coming down. Simple economics.
Okay. So when it halves, that's a good time to buy in when it does that.
When it halves. Not necessarily, because over time, even when it halves, it doesn't necessarily change the price too much. Again, you only see the price fluctuation slowly starts to happen. Like even the halving happened in May. It used to take 6 months later, which has had to be now, that the price is double. So when the last halving happened, it happened around May, and the price was around 8,500, 8,900 between that time frame. So now it's double 6 months later. And then from now, it's going to go up even higher.
Okay, we got a comment from the Chat Channel 415. He says, I guess he's responding to Squeaky G. He says, why do you say don't buy right now? There is a rule that you don't buy at an all-time high, but Bitcoin is not traditional, and the best thing is to get off zero. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because we're in price discovery mode, and because it is an all-time high, people are like, don't get it now. Wait till it comes back down. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not coming back down. Okay, you're gonna have some. Well, let me say this: you might have a retrace. I can see a retracement, a minor retracement of it going back to 18, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because not everything goes all the way up, but I can see it maybe a little 15 to 20% correction. So it might go back down to 18. But I can understand the standpoint of not buying something when it's at its all-time high. But this thing is going to go to like probably 200,000 next year. So,
bro, hold on. One Bitcoin go to 200,000.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yes.
And I can't deny that you've been right, because you in our first interview you was telling me, man, get on Bitcoin. I remember when you told me about Ethereum, it was at $185.
Mm-hmm.
And this is less than a year ago. This is what, 6 or 7 months ago.
Not only that, it's going to at least go to 100, but it can definitely go to 200. And I can tell you when it's going to go to 200. It's going to go to 200 between September and November of next year. Mark that down. September to November of next year, you're going to have a $200,000 Bitcoin.
Wow. That's crazy. That is amazing, bro. So you saying if one person has one Bitcoin, it could possibly be worth $200,000, and they might have paid $10,000 for that Bitcoin.
This is why I said I don't need to have a 401k, because I own a small percentage of Bitcoin, and not only will it be 200K, it's probably going to end up being $1 million in the next 10 years.
Okay, the observer Melon is saying it's to go to 100,000, which is still good, but you saying 200,000?
Yeah, I can see 200,000. Yes,
that's amazing.
I was saying 100,000 6 months ago. Okay, and now with so many investment firms. I have a list right here. So many investment firms so bullish in getting in. It's insane. This thing is going to go probably to 200,000 because you have a lot of people just getting in. You know what I'm saying? And this is just a small fraction. That's not including companies like Apple that might get in, tech firms that might get in. You know, when people really start to diversify and get into Bitcoin and see the value of it, people are seeing, these smart companies are seeing, these smart people money are seeing the value of Bitcoin, and they're slowly jumping in.
They really are.
And it's going to be a catalyst. And then we're not even talking retail investors. These are just big names. We're not even talking to retail investors. It's going to FOMO in late. That's probably going to shoot the price up crazy. And remember, the last time that happened, the price doubled in 3 weeks. It went from 19,000 to 18,000 in 3 weeks off the structure of retail investors. So
you said it's going to hit 200,000 in a few years. At what point will you be able to walk into the average store, random store, and be able to take your phone and buy with some Bitcoin? When do you think that'll happen?
It's tough because we're still in the early stages. Maybe in like 5 to 10 years, we're still in it has to stabilize. It's too volatile for the mainstream to accept it. But not only that, it's still an old technology. So it might not even be a day-to-day transaction type of a coin. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too old. It's too slow.
So it's basically kind of like gold, basically.
It's digital gold.
Okay.
But you can still transact with it. But again, it's so slow. And what makes it more superior to gold in a way is I can send anyone in the world. I can send you right now. You're in Medellin, Colombia. I can send you $10 million of Bitcoin right now. It'll get there in 10 minutes and probably charge me less than $20 in fees. No middleman, no bank saying, well, why are you sending this money to Colombia? No middleman, no middle person saying, we got to wait and hold on this transaction. It's going to take 5 or 6 days. No, I can send them $10 million to you right now. It'll be there in 10 minutes. It'll be less than $30 on a $10 million worth of Bitcoin. I can send that to you right now, and boom. That's the point of having no middleman with Bitcoin.
Okay, the Shark Channel says you can get groceries with Bitcoin and Tesla, etc. Okay. That's a good point right there, brother. That's a good point.
And man. Get these likes up, man. Get these likes up, man. Get these likes up. Man. This is a free game out here for you guys.
Man, you definitely. Let me see that shirt, brother. It said Crypto Bros.
Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta get that. You gotta sell some of those, bro. I need me a shirt, man.
We made, me and my boy, we made this like, I want to say 3 years ago, 3 years ago. This one I had to go tee. And this my other boy, man. He's deep in the game. Like he's the behind the scenes man. I need to bring him on. I talk to him every day. Okay, so we talk about this stuff every day. I mean, he was just thinking about getting some data and stacking his stuff up with data. So
yeah, a lot of brothers keep asking me about your YouTube channel, brother. They're like, hey man, YouTube channel.
We're gonna come up with one, man. We're gonna come up with one. When we first started this in like 2017, 2018, like I said, we were newbies. So like we were just coming into the space. So we were happy with investors, but we wasn't influencers yet. I feel like we didn't have enough skin in the game to become influencers. Now that we have more skin in the game, we can move to doing a YouTube channel. But I wouldn't want to do it like a regular YouTube channel. It'd be more fun, interactive, to where it's more for beginners. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't consider myself an expert. I know some stuff, but I see a lot of other people's YouTube channels, and they got some good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Passport Lee says, "Good game, fellas. A lot of money to be made in 2021." Hey, yeah. Look, he just asked, "Do you have a channel, brother?" I told you.
2021, man. 2021. I'm gonna try to get something out to everyone.
Got you. Bitcoin is highly volatile. Wait for the tragic fall in price.
And he's probably just coming in, and he's right. Number one, it is volatile, and it has history of correcting like up to 80%. Yes, but it's not going to fall anytime soon. It already has fallen. Now we're in a cycle where things are going to start going up. Okay. Oh, like I said, it's going to go up to 200,000, and then it's going to start retracing a little bit. And it might not fall as much because, as I explained, you have so many big time investment firms getting in to buy and store. So it's going to stabilize it to where it won't be as volatile as it was prior.
And how low did Bitcoin fall this year during the pandemic?
It went from, because I know it all in my head. It started off in January, like around 9,000 to 10,000. I got excited, like, okay, we got a little bit of bullish going up. It was got at 11, then it came back down in February, and then by probably like around early March, it was like around 8, and then March the 16th, that major black swan crash, it went down to like $4,200.
I could have bought Bitcoin for $4,200.
Yeah, $4,200, and then then probably about a week it shot back up to like 6,000, and we were set. I was like, oh, here comes the halving. Halving's 2 months out. It's about to start rolling.
So after the halving, the price goes up.
After the halving, the supply goes down, but the price doesn't really get affected until almost like 3 to 6 months afterwards.
Okay. Man, that's a good information, brother. Very good information.
Yeah, man. I want you on this train with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I want you on this train with me.
I'm on it now. You see, I've been buying it. Brother Gil, aka MMA Fan 3, says, I like the way you explain this. It's easy to digest. And that's very true, Bobby. I gotta thank you for that, brother, because I've went on crypto channels and I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't understand.
You know, and if I did create a channel, it would be more of a crypto for beginners, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I take information from the experts and try to dumb it down in a way so it could be knowledgeable for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I come into the space from an investor standpoint, not even from an IT standpoint. So I look at it from an investor standpoint. So I try to just make it, knowledgeable and easy for people to have that access to that information for them to know.
Okay, Joe Simba says 2021 is going to be huge because of the institution money coming in Bitcoin ETF. For brothers who love stocks, Coinbase is planning on IPO. Okay.
Yeah, they're planning on IPO. That's up there. Like everyone's trying to drop an IPO nowadays. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash did this, Airbnb did theirs.
Yeah.
But yeah, once the ETF, man, they've been trying to work on this Bitcoin ETF for years, man. So I think once you have that ETF, it's going to be able to get a lot of flood of people to come into the market. And it's a storm brewing. Like I've been saying this, I'm like I said, not to toot my home, but I've been saying this for over 2 fucking years that once the institutional investors come in, it's going to flood this market to the trillions. Trillions. Mm-hmm. I definitely see this. The total market cap of Bitcoin right now of crypto is like 600 billion. It will probably be at over 4 to 5 billion by this time next year.
Man, so bro, I'm telling you, this is
4 to 5 trillion by next year.
Man, this is a great year for investors. If you have a stock portfolio and a crypto portfolio, you in the game right now. You in the game, especially if you invested in the right companies, in the right crypto.
Mm-hmm. Well, Fred Fell says just buy dollar cost average. So say you have 20K now and don't buy it at all at once, but 10K today and 10K another day, another week later, if it drops, you get a discount. Yeah, honestly, dollar cost averaging has been probably the best thing to do when it comes to something volatile like Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I agree with that also. Shout out to Fred Fells. I definitely agree with that.
Okay, so let's take it back. What's dollar cost average? What's that?
That's like a lot of times what people would do is they'll see Bitcoin at say when Bitcoin was at 20,000, instead of buying it all at one time, they set buy orders in like every week to put $50 in, $50 in, $50 in. Mm-hmm. And then by the end of the year, next thing you know, you're at a sizable chunk. If the price is going down, you're at a sizable chunk where you might end up owning a whole Bitcoin instead of just owning a fraction of it if you would have bought it at just one time. So you want to, So if it goes down a little bit, your dollar cost averaging no matter what going in.
Got you.
The plan is always accumulation when it comes to Bitcoin. Get as much as you can because it's such a finite asset.
Man, the brother Fred Fell says, I went from 0 to almost 100,000 in 9 months strictly off holding Bitcoin, not even trading.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When Bitcoin really starts going up in the next 10 years, and I guess I always look at Bitcoin from a long-term standpoint, you're gonna be in the top probably 10% of wealthy people in the world just by owning probably 50% of a Bitcoin. Facts.
Mm-hmm. The Shaq Channel 415 says, you know what's going on. People have to realize the dollar loses value every year, and the dollar is in its danger of crashing, and no currency survived ever in history. That's very true.
That's another reason why all these big investment firms are getting in, because the dollar is going down. The dollar, everyone sees it except us. We're not saying it. We're just going by our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Just let me put it in the chat real quick.
Shout out to Brand Joe, man. I hope he's watching or checking out this channel. I want to get up with you, Brand Joe, because I want to see what's up with that apartment complex that you was talking about in Colombia and Cartagena. I know exactly where that's at because I used to go to that club over there down the street from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Brand Joe back on this week, man.
Yeah,
but
I gotta get in touch with him, man.
Yeah, I got you. I can definitely exchange information for you.
And he's in my hometown. He's up there in my hometown in Maryland. So you know, I'm not in Maryland no more, but definitely if I got to make a move up there to see him, I can do that, man.
Yeah, I was talking to my Spanish teacher today, who's out there in Cali, Colombia. And even in Cali, Colombia, the real estate is very reasonable as well. And you know, Cali has like a big river basically flowing through it. So you still got some of that, you know, water around there as well.
Oh yeah.
Colombia and Brazil, South America is very reasonable, man. So while you using that American dollar, you know, with your investments, your Bitcoin, your real estate, your Airbnbs, you can live like a king down south of the border.
I'm already on it. I'm already setting up things to make moves, man. Like I will be retired. I want to get into that South American real estate dollar with my money, so I can just create that passive income, dude.
Most definitely. All right, Brother Fred Fell says, you don't wait for retracement. You buy weekly and dollar cost average $20 to $50 a week or whatever you can afford. So he's saying just basically just buy here, buy there. It goes down, keep buying. Just keep buying.
Keep buying.
Yeah, you know what? This is the importance of brothers linking up together and exchanging information, because I didn't think about it that way. I do stocks that way a little bit, like I did Apple that way. But that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Appreciate that, Fred Fells. All right, 21 million Bitcoin versus 7.8 billion people. I'm not sure what the point is in that, brother.
Basically, he said he's giving you the facts right there. And more, I'm gonna throw something else in there. Not only is 21 billion people, it's 3.5 billion smartphones on the planet. So think about that. Bitcoin, you can put it on your smartphone. You can get a Bitcoin wallet and put it on your smartphone. So that means 3.5 billion people will have access. If you have a smartphone, you can have access to purchase Bitcoin. This is why it's going to overtake gold in like the next five or 6 years. So people don't have easy access to purchase gold. You will have easy access to purchase digital gold, which is Bitcoin. That's just facts. So because it's digital, it's not just a US thing, it's a world thing. It's gonna be for people to access it throughout the world. So that means it's so much a finite supply. Get some as much as you can, because it's gonna start going up and going up. When it becomes more of an adopted thing in the next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna see $1 million Bitcoin.
$1 million Bitcoin, brother. That's good right there, man. That's real good. Well, brother, you have any final statement to say to the chat or anything?
I don't think so. Not right now, man. I mean, I'm just happy to be on here doing another show. You know what I'm saying? Blessing the program. That's about it, man. You know, maybe we can delve into some more altcoin projects that I have next time around, because these are like the mid to low cap gems that I think that can go 100x, 200x, 1000x. Now, this is not financial advice, quote unquote, but if you look into them, do your own research yourself, you can probably get a good return. And this is why I'm loving crypto over stocks right now, because me, like I said, I'm in the trenches, so I see what's going to be happening in the next year. You know what I'm saying? I'm predicting this stuff out, and my portfolio will be looking nice. I would be surprised I'm like a multimillionaire in another year, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. Well, hell, don't forget about your boy, man. All right,
because I'm coming to Medellin. I'm coming to Medellin. We're gonna be doing some big partying and stuff, dog.
Oh yeah. Hey man, I was in the grocery store the other day, just looking at this woman like it don't make no sense, bro. I mean, it just pretty, bro. Just beautiful, pretty.
Matter of fact, I talked to Dale yesterday, and I told him, me and him gotta come out there to see you. You know what I'm saying? We gotta come out there and link up. I want to link up with everyone. Eli's out there too. I want to link up with everyone out there, man. Just have a big conglomerate of guys and just having fun, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on out here as well, man. We got Pete out here with the Forex, so we making moves, brother. We making moves.
I want to learn about Forex too, man. There's a lot of things I want to get into in the next year.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about Medellin, Colombia right now. You already have somewhat of a network out here. So when you come out here, you know, you can hang with us, Eli. We have business meetings. We're having a business meeting next week. So everybody's working. We're still hustling, bro. We're still, you know, making moves as if we was in the States. And with technology now, it's like people don't even have to know where you at. Like I have an American phone number right now. So I can tell my business like I'm still in America. Nobody even knows I'm out here.
That's good. I don't want people tracking me down either, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man, we have a wealth of resources and information for you when you do come down here to Medellin, bro. We got plugs on the apartments, you know, everything. You know, we know where the party at. You know, like right now, you know, it's a lot going on as far as, you know, some other things going on in Medellin, you know, as far as the drugging and everything. But I'm telling you right now, I've had some of the most peaceful times in Medellin, you know, but if you go out there and hang with, you know, the lowest bottom of society, it's going to, you know, end up with some results from the lowest, you know, hang up yourself.
At this point in my age, I like to have fun, but I don't like to do dangerous stuff. I'm all out there, you know what I'm saying? I did all that stuff early on in my young years. I just want to make sure I'm around comfortable people who just want to have fun and be laid back and do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Medellin is so peaceful, bro. It's so comfortable, man. You can just sit outside and just watch the view for hours, you know, and you roll through your phone like, you know, like whatever's whatever, bro. So yeah, man, appreciate you coming on the show. Hey, let me know when you want to come down here, bro. Hopefully the curfew will be over with by then.
We'll see. I gotta see how my money's gonna be looking, but I want to try to plan something maybe January, February. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, if you want to, even if you want to meet out in Cartagena, brother, you know, you can do that too.
Another X factor that might affect the price and it might go up. You know, stocks might go up too. Right now, the Congress is in a decision-making situation with the relief package that's supposed to be coming out in the next probably because the government's going to shut down after Friday, and they got to force through a package to keep the government going, and a stimulus package is probably going to be put together. So it might be some more stimulus money, relief money coming to citizens of the U.S. government via the U.S. government. So that might push the markets up more. That might give it a bullish market to push it up even more. Not just stock, not just crypto, but stocks also.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
You got stimulus money coming in. Yeah, man.
All right, brother. Well, brother, appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Sure. Happy holidays, man.
All right, bro. I'll see you out here soon, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.